came down to, we've got Arseny, we've got Deep6. This is a best of 3. First player to win 2 maps will advance to the next round. I also think it's single elimination, so there's no way back in for the loser. And we're starting this one off on Awoken. Deep6 playing the Visor.
I'm starting on Deep6's point of view.
3, 2.
Yep, I will switch over as well.
And ping-wise, Deep6, I think they're starting on Central Europe first, and then they're going for East. Yeah. Starting with Rail, he uses the Visor ult straight up, just to make sure he can actually get the Rail angle, but now he won't have it to be able to defend that Rail. So his best bet is to get out of here and go grab the LG. Because usually you want to hold his position if the opponent doesn't have a rocket yet, but he knows Arseny already has the rocket.
Mega is also slightly delayed compared to Heavy, but Deep6 should have a pretty good idea of that, because
the problem is Deep6 doesn't have an LG to contest this, so he's just wasting time here. It was already a big mistake by him at the start, but thankfully there was enough delay on the Mega that he could still get the red.
At least he got time on Mega, so it picked up.
Oh no, Deep6. See, now he tries to get the LG instead of getting it earlier, and he gets completely punished. Not good. I'm gonna switch up to Arseny's point of view.
Yeah, I'll just leave follow killer on, so we always know that we're on the same page. Now Arseny taking control of center map. He's got all the weapons, you know. Deep6 obviously just has the rail to work with, also picked up the rockets now. No damage really being exchanged, and that gives Deep6 a good opportunity to go to Mega.
I'm not sure why Deep6 dropped there. If he had the LG, he could have like tried to push in there, but without the LG, there was no way he was ever going to finish that kill.
Yeah.
But at least this time he doesn't get completely punished, and I don't know why he still isn't going for the LG right now. He's still hanging around here, just trying to get more angles. Like, weapons are so important that you can't just... You can't be so greedy for damage when you don't even have the weapons first. And that's what Deep6 is doing. He's still greedy, and he's about to die again. I don't know what he's trying to do just with the rails.
That was a massive misplay, because now Arseny has got the map all to himself.
Yeah.
Can collect Heavy and Mega as well. Got a really nice rotation set up now if he can stay in control. And he knows that Deep6 wants Rail is his main weapon so far. Gonna get a shaft match, 1 point of health.
Yeah, that was not a good fight for Arseny today, because there's still 10 seconds for a major item. Usually at this point you want to like delay your opponent a little bit more, so that you can take the major item after the fight and not allow this to happen, which is the opponent gets 2 fights, he loses the first one, but the second one is fast enough to get back and kill you because you're low.
Yep. Keeping track of when the items are going to respawn and planning your fights accordingly is a very important part of high-level Quake. Nice rail coming out from Deep6 right there. Arseny at this point is railable. Deep6 doesn't look like he can find the angle. At least he can position himself nicely onto Heavy. I think he's got time. Both of the items at least. Oh, jumps away a little too soon.
Oh, that was good. But oh, even a second rail, even better.
That essentially makes it so that Arseny really can't do anything anywhere near the center of the map. He's got to slow play it, got to slowly get his stack back up. He's gonna get caught out though. Noise of the pickup gives away his position, and Deep6 lands another good rail.
He should be trying to get in position at the Mega now, because the next item... Oh, he gets rail there. He doesn't even go through the DP. Now he's a bit scared to go through, because you know he might get hit. However, the use of the ability there to get both of those good rails.
Yeah. And Arseny tried to just put himself to the side because he could tell that the ability was used. Oh, that's some good LG damage up on the bounce pad. Really
I don't condone that play by Deep6. The rail is good, but going up the jump pad, not great, considering he knew Arseny picked up the light armor before he got the rail.
He had to either rocket jump to Mega, get there as fast,
or just go for another rail.
Line. Yeah, or just go away and try a rail again. But this kind of solution in the middle of just getting cooked, that was some more rails being exchanged. Deep6 has the better positioning, but still, it's Arseny who lands the shots. Slowly starting to extend his lead. 3 frags ahead. We're about halfway through the first map.
I'm not really enjoying a Deep6's addiction to the rail. He's not really doing much with it. He gets the first angle, but then he keeps trying to go for the same angle like a million times. If you want to abuse the rail, what you want to do is keep using different angles, not the same angle 5 times.
Yeah, both of these players have been extremely rail heavy. If you take a look at the damage dealt, 2k done from Deep6 and 1.4 is with the rail. And Arseny is playing a
more
bit
balanced.
More of a varied game. Yeah. Still relying on rail for almost half or more than half damage, but a lot more spread out than his opponent. This could be risky. He does manage to get heavy just in time.
Oh, but see, like those first 2 rails were good, but then he kept trying to go for a really hard vertical angle instead of getting position on the Mega. Still, he's able to get there with that Puri-like switch with a rail at last second. Gets the frag. Can he actually do anything with it now? He's very low. 5 seconds for the heavy. I'm not sure he's even gonna contest. He might just try to go for another rail angle.
Yeah. Good idea not to contest. At least he's got the time, more or less. He's got the better positioning on Mega. Oh, his opponent just fell down. Arseny not quite making it across.
Not sure who that was better for, actually.
Yeah, that's a fight that could have turned out.
It's gonna be messy.
I feel like. Yeah. Especially, I mean, Arseny pushing through the choke point. If Deep6 had landed like a good rocket and bounced him up in a corner, that could have instantly been the end of him. But on the other, if Arseny managed to round the corner fast enough.
What's Deep6 doing? No! He keeps going for this fight. Like, after Arseny knows he's already there, it doesn't matter if you have the wall hack on or not, because the other guy has it as well. He knows you're there.
Yeah.
And he's not giving it enough time to double back. He's just trying to do it instantly, so he just ends up taking too much damage.
Why did he?
He missed the...
Why?
He missed, somehow did not pick up the health bubble.
Yeah, he stopped like 30 centimeters in front of it and then turned right back around with 85 points of health. Perfectly allowing himself to be railed like that. But I do agree with you. I think that Deep6, like going for those rails that much, it's hurting him a bit. And that's something he should take a page from Rafa's book, because he's probably the player who does this better than anyone else. Like, he knows that he's done enough damage to secure himself full control and just keep applying pressure, and then he just backs away and goes for weapons or items or something like that. And Deep6 would benefit tremendously from doing the same, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Deep6 is doing there. Again, he did those first 2 rails, but those first 2 rails didn't matter. But then he landed another 2, and given that he already had the LG and the rocket, he could have tried to push in. It was still 10 seconds before the heavy. He could have tried to push in, and he would have been in a situation where he could push in after he respawned. But instead, he waited too long, ended up going for the rail again. And right now, I don't see a good way for Deep6 to get back in this game. Oh, the tribal though might be the solution. Yep, it is.
That helps, yeah.
I forgot the tribal existed.
And he was at just the perfect range for that tribal to do a whole lot of damage to his opponents. Deep6 managing to get himself a heavy. Mega will go opponent though. At least he's got time, but right now he's got the timing, but he doesn't really have that much time to work with. 2 minutes, still plenty, but 3 frags. If Arseny switches to the defensive, he's got the better mobility playing as Doom. So it's not going to be easy for Deep6 at all, especially not when he's going to take rails like that. Arseny now pretty sizable stack advantage, and he finds him.
Yeah, again, I don't know why Deep6 keeps going for these angles after his opponent already knows he's there. He doesn't have he wasn't in position to get the next item. If the next item was a Mega 3 seconds after, he would be in position, but he wasn't. He needed to go to the other side of the map, but he was still taking too long for the rail fight. It just ends up being completely unnecessary, and Arseny is taking full advantage as he gets another frag right before the Mega.
Yeah, that more or less seals the deal, I feel like. Right now we're gonna see Deep6 go balls to the walls, aggressive, try to make anything happen that he still can, but at this stage in the game, even if he gets the frag right now, Arseny can just play a defensive game. 4 frags in 40 seconds. Woken's not the biggest map, but still don't see it happening.
I think if Deep6 looks back at the VOD later, he can probably learn a lot from it.
Yeah. 2.5k damage dealt with rail for Deep6 by far.
Even there he goes for the rail.
Yeah. His actually is good though, 50%, but yeah, overextended a fair bit, going for too many of the really difficult shots when his opponent had a decent read on him. Oh, at least he gets the last one. And I set up my laptop next to me, so I right now have a second screen for a chat as well, so I can keep track of that. Good game so far. I didn't quite get to see what the next map
Same.
is going to be.
We'll find out in a second.
Yeah. It would be ethically incorrect for Series to participate.
No, it wouldn't.
I'm reading what FaZe is saying.
Yeah, I know. I'm responding to FaZe.
Map 2 is going to be Blood Covenant Nyx versus Ranger. Okay, Nyx being Deep6.
I don't see this going any better for Deep6. Sure, it's the M6 and Nyx does quite well with the rail there, but with the gap closer, that is the Dire Orb, I'm not sure Deep6 will have the space he wants, even with the mobility advantage.
Especially if he plays the same way he did earlier, by putting himself in dangerous positions, trying to go for that. If you do that against...
Oh, connection to dedicated server has been rejected.
Same for me.
Okay, good. Hopefully the players aren't in.
Oh, they're restarting, so... But what I was saying is that if he puts himself in the same dangerous positions as he did earlier, and still tries to go for these scary rails, the all-or-nothing shots, well, you're up against Ranger, who will just orb straight up into your face. That's gonna go bad really quickly, and you're not gonna be able to ghost walk out of there in most situations. So
he really needs to what's the word? To prioritize positioning over damage. Because if you're doing damage but your positioning is really bad, the damage you'll do will end up being meaningless. Because you will hit the rail, but your opponent then will still have time to go over to the next item and get better position over it, and he will just be able to do a lot of damage and trade it.
3, 2,
yep, exactly.
1, fight.
I'm starting off on Arseny's point of view.
And Deep6 going straight for the rail.
Yeah, delaying heavy a fair bit. Oh, Arseny heard that. Arseny knows exactly how long the item's been delayed for. Why did he... I'm a little confused by placing the rocket there. I don't see any conceivable way for Nyx to have made it up there from picking up heavy.
Just in case. You never know.
Just in case he ghost walk, whatever, trick jumped her way up there. But, and now Arseny just simply giving up Mega without a fight.
He even knows the heavy timing, but after missing out on Mega, he can't really contest. So I agree with Arseny's decision on this one. He should have been trying to get on Mega, but he was too scared that Deep6 was going to Ghost Walk. But now he should be able to get position on it, and good damage as well. Deep6 again, the positioning holding him back in this situation. He saw Arseny there and decided to keep pushing in instead of just Ghost Walking and going somewhere else, like the TP or something. And now Deep6 is in deep shit once again.
Yeah, heavy will definitely be going to Arseny this time. I don't think he caught a glimpse of his opponent's feet right there. Not that it matters. Oh, he's got the read perfectly too. Deep6 lands some good final rocket damage. Will equalize things slightly, but Mega's about to spawn. Actually, Arseny. Did he make a mistake going for that?
No, that was good. That was a good bait. I don't know if that was intended, but if so, that was a good bait.
My money would be on that it wasn't intended, because the moment that he heard...
It definitely wasn't intended. Super intended. Yeah, Arseny is like a god of Quake.
300 IQ play right there from Arseny. Completely intended. Perfect bait. Heard it here first, folks. Getting himself some more of that LG ammo. And he's got a really nice rotation going too. LG first, 15 seconds later, you got a heavy, and Deep6 is just contesting with the heavy machine gun. One more shot will finish him off. Actually doing a whole lot.
I don't know why Deep6 was still there, because he saw that the Mega was up. He didn't try to go away, he just stood there, and instead of like I was saying, he should have been, at that point, he needs to go over to the other side, get the rockets, get the rail, get position to do damage at the heavy. And he's just not thinking of that, he's only thinking of damage. And kinda seems like he's tilted for a long time now.
Yeah. I fully agree with that. I mean, doing that kind of damage, doing damage is never a bad thing, but when Mega is there and you're just going to be able to heal right back up and potentially kill you with those rails when you can do nothing but chip away at them, you really should have taken the opportunity to just go, stack up, get a better positioning, but didn't manage to do that. And now Arseny got a little bit of a pain train going. Heavy might be still away though. Deep6 doesn't have Ghost Walk.
And he's not on time for the heavy. I don't know what Deep6 is doing here, but Arseny, he could just go for the MG, but he's attempting to go for the rail, and he's actually winning the rail fight. Deep6 has been pretty big rail hard the whole game, but Arseny showing that his aim is the real deal.
Yeah. And Deep6 was outstacking him so much right there. Arseny had like 95 health, 90 armor, and Deep6 had Mega and Heavy, and was a smaller target. But Arseny had the better positioning to land the shots he needed to. And now 5-0.
Oh, did the mess up with a weapon decision there by Arseny?
Yeah.
Grants Deep6 a bit of opportunity now. Let's see if he can actually do anything with it.
Oh,
denied.
Yeah, that's back to the drawing board for Deep6. Can't push anymore. And, I feel like him running around with gauntlets so often shows maybe some more tilt as well, because he wasn't doing that at the start of last game, but now he seems to have lost a bit of aim, wandering around a little aimlessly. Whereas Arseny is doing quite well, still. Not invincible at all, but those rails though, oh, there we go, Deep6. Last one, that was a heavy hitter.
You do anything with this now? If he's about to be up, he should be able to try and at least catch it, because he has a Ghost Walk. He needs to go for the heavy, even if he just uses a Ghost Walk after. Yeah. Allowing Arseny to get the heavy there shuts down another minute of play for him. Because now he's not going to be able to go for the Mega unless Arseny just allows him to, and yep, he will allow it.
I like that push there though, from Deep6 though, to not just go straight for Mega, but instead take the jump across to Catwalk and land a really good rocket on Arseny. That's gonna help him out a lot with these defensive rockets in the choke point. Arseny is just gonna drop on the shaft, so this should be a frag for Deep6 at long last. 5 minutes into the game, gets himself a point on the board, and a heavy to boot. This could be the start of a comeback. But not if you position yourself like that.
And he's up.
He really shouldn't have pushed there. Just go for the rails from a distance. Again, get positioning. Deny your opponent weapons or try to read him. Just chasing him like that.
I think it's when as soon as you, as a caster says what the one player's like bad habit is, it becomes really obvious for everyone how badly he's doing. And since we pointed out how badly he works with positioning, now we see it everywhere. And again, this is actually a good push. He managed to get the Mega, again creating another opportunity for himself. Let's see if he can actually do anything with it and not die straight after.
No.
Reds should be going for Arseny.
Now I feel bad for talking about the flaw so much, because now much of chat probably wouldn't have realized it. Now we've
No, I kind of meant me, but that's fine. You can take the blame.
Yeah, I think we've both been on it before that.
That's what I do. I just shit talk people. But you're a nice guy. You can't do it. Oh, he goes for the Ghost Walk. He didn't do any damage to Arseny, but he's still pushing. This is very risky from Deep6. And then he decides not to go for anything else and just end up in an awkward middle ground.
I understand that he's like going for the more dangerous pushes right now because 5 frags in 3 minutes on this map.
He has been going for these dangerous pushes since the start of the first map, though.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was about to say, like, I would say he's pressured, but he's been doing this all match long, so I think this is just the way he plays. And then he doesn't have the ghost talk available. Puts himself in a really bad position on bridge. And I think Arseny is already warming up for this victory lap right now. Okay, okay. If he can keep landing shots like that, who knows?
Nope.
Yeah, it's gonna miss eventually. And then take a rail. That's just mega gone instant. Just like that.
Yeah, I think he's just choking. I think he usually plays a bit better.
I think so too. I don't have that much experience watching Deep6, but I think that he's just yeah.
Same, but I think since he's a bit I think they're both roughly the same elo. So he can't be the same elo if he's always playing like this, so I assume he usually plays a little bit better.
Has to be the case. I think at this point though, he's not really caring as much anymore. He knows it's over. That was like a fraction of a second that they both just stood there motionlessly. Arseny waiting for the orb. And Deep6 just lining up the shot, I guess. Ghost bomb comes out. Nope.
Okay then. I mean that was a surprise attack, but not like Arseny was surprised that he killed him. It worked somehow.
That's just salt in the wounds right there. The rocket jump frag. That's something.
Deep6 got what he wanted to do. He wanted a surprise frag. It was a surprising frag.
Not the surprise I think he was expecting or hoping for. Hey, can't always get exactly what you want, so either way, Deep6. Like you said, I think if you watch the VOD, there can be a lot to learn from this. Definitely a very solid player, but still a bit of a room for improvement.
So FaZe, he's not choking because he reminds you of you? Or what do you mean?
Oh goodness. Oh goodness, this is... I understand coming from...
Yeah, you're both Anarchy mains.
I'm a shit talker.